So again, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. Good afternoon, good morning if you're on the West Coast. As we kick off today, 2-2, we are delighted to have you here today. So my name is Mary. I am the sales manager here at Katy Daly's Ireland. We started this series last week, actually, so we have a few more webinars coming up. Please keep in mind, keep an eye out for those who sign up because you can join us. For those joining us, please share there will be to drop your questions in the comments box. So as I mentioned, we started off this series last week in the beautiful town of Cashel in County Tipperary. And today we are traveling across the pond to County Cork. Cork is the largest county in Ireland. I might be a little biased on this today. My family is from West Cork, so naturally enough, I spend a lot of my time in Cork when I'm in Ireland. So I'm very, very excited to present our co-host today. We are delighted to be joined by Ray Kelleher. He is the Director of Sales and Marketing at Cork City's beautiful Montenotte Hotel. He's also going to give us an inside look at its sister property, the Wilder Townhouse in Dublin. Then we're going to travel to East Cork. We're going to hear from John Crotty. He is the sales manager of Cork's newest and most popular attraction, Spike Island. But first, allow me to introduce the president and founder of Katy Daly's Ireland. It's Katy Daly herself. Katy?
Thank you, Mary, and good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are. Thank you all so much for joining us here today. And my name is Katy Daly, and I am the owner and founder of Katy Daly's Ireland. So we're delighted to be presenting to you today, and thank you all again for your time in joining us today. Katy Daly's Ireland. Well, I'm actually based in New York. But I'm from the Royal County of Meath, so I'm a little further up the country than our Cork presenters. But Katy Daly's Ireland is an Ireland-only destination specialist that captures Ireland, its people and its experiences in carefully handcrafted, custom-made, unique tours for individuals and for small groups. All our tours are private and custom, and all dependent on your client's interests and budgets. Our accommodations range from our 5-star castles to private rentals to boutique townhouses, country hotels and guest houses, and a number of private rentals too. And we're also delighted to work and partner with Ray at both the Montenotte Hotel and the beautiful Wilder Townhouse in Dublin. So our transport options range from small sedans, really for 2 people, up to larger vehicles for small to mid-sized groups. So we work very closely with our transport people on the ground in Ireland, designing the perfect tour itinerary for your clients. And we also, of course, work with, for clients that do want to drive in Ireland, we work specifically with car rental companies in Ireland, and we work with you on designing your own self-drive tour. Ireland is really, it's about the destination, but it's really, really about the people. So we have a number of, uniquely Irish tour experiences, and a lot of what we do is really bringing our clients and getting them to meet the people of Ireland. So whether you have clients that are interested in a private tour of an Irish stately home or an immersive farming experience, we've lots of activities for nature lovers, for outdoor enthusiasts, like our sunset kayak and tour in Connemara. So just lots of uniquely Irish tour experiences. Food is such a big part of our culture, and again we have a number of food experience to really get our clients to meet the people behind our food revolution in Ireland. Distillery tours, to distillery private experiences also. Golfing, again, we're known for golf in Ireland. We've just so many amazing courses to offer our clients. And also not forgetting, which you'll hear from John a little bit about, you know, amazing tour experiences like Spike Island. So we are delighted to report that Ireland is well and truly open for business. We are so happy to report that the COVID restrictions have been lifted in Ireland. So we're so excited for the year ahead. You know, I would be absolutely delighted to welcome your clients to Ireland. You can reach out to me, Katy Daly's Ireland, katy@katydalysireland.com. I'm on all social media channels. And we're off to a great start for 2022. We would love the chance to welcome your clients to Ireland. So keep us in mind, and I hope you enjoyed the presentations. If you haven't signed up for the next couple of weeks' presentations, please do so. And once again, thank you all for your time and enjoy the presentations. Thank you.
Super, thank you, Katy. Okay, so now we are going to virtually hop over to Ireland, down to beautiful Cork. And Ray, we're going to pass it over to you.
Thank you very much, Mary, and thank you, Katy. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. I'm calling from Cork City in Southern Ireland, and absolutely thrilled to join the event this evening. And just sincere thanks to both Mary and Katy for the opportunity to present to all of you this evening. It's just a great opportunity. I have a presentation, so if you'll indulge me for about 10 to 12 minutes, I'm going to bring that up on screen now, and I hope you can see it. And I'll start the presentation. And I have a video as well, so if that's okay, I'll just stop again. And I'll start here.
Sean is with us today, and who is a special welcome for.
Apologies for that, guys. So to start my presentation, I'm going to show you a video which I put together with the team at the hotel, and it's just giving you a tour and a flavour of what the Montenotte Hotel in the heart of Cork City. In reality, we are a boutique luxury hotel, but with very much a resort feel. And as you look into the future, we have huge plans, which I'll discuss in a few moments. But I'll play the video, and you get a sense of what a site inspection at the hotel would be like if I was taking you on it. So enjoy the next few moments.
Hotel here in Cork, in Ireland. So one of the first things you're greeted with as you arrive to the hotel is a brilliant Cork welcome from our very own doorman, and Sean is with us today, and who is a special welcome for all our guests.
A Céad Míle Fáilte.
We're here now in the beautiful lobby of the Montenotte Hotel, and what a gorgeous space it is. We're very fortunate. It's so well designed. The interior design here at the hotel is spectacular, and something that our guests always comment on while they stay. It's the small little pieces that people really like. Beautiful decor, but also very comfortable for our guests. You will see adorned on our walls, we actually have an artist in residence every 6 months. So we have a strong association with the artists here at the Montenotte. But our current artist in residence is called Peter D. And again, as we move into the new year, 2022, we have 2 more artists coming along. But it's a beautiful space. One of the most important things as you arrive to our hotel is the Montenotte welcome. We're joined here today by Danielle, our guest relations manager, and Ori and Emer, our members of our front office team. No better Cork welcome will you get from our girls. So next up is our bedrooms. I'm going to show you a selection of what we have to offer here at the Montenotte Hotel. We're here in the lobby of Motion, which is our health and fitness club. It's an incredible space for our guests. They love it, to be honest. Full 20-metre pool, sauna, steam, jacuzzi, and fully equipped gym. A great welcome from our team as well, which is always a bonus. But the facility is really, really impressive and really strong from interior design perspective as well. Next up is our boutique, Bellevue Spa. As you can see, we've arrived here at Bellevue Spa. It's an incredible boutique spa, an oasis of calm and tranquility, without question. We have 6 treatment rooms here, and we have 2 main product ranges. Our very own bespoke Bellevue Botanicals, and also Dermavisuals, which are unique to the spa here, as we're the only spa in Ireland to use them. A welcome is always great from the team, and we have a very strong team here led by Jennifer, who's our manager, and it's just a beautiful space for our guests to enjoy. Before we head to the Glasshouse, I just want to show you some other elements of the hotel which are really, truly unique. We're here on the Botanical Terrace, which is a beautiful space for guests to enjoy either before or after dinner, and has fantastic panoramic views of Cork City. And down below here we have our exceptional Victorian sunken gardens, a unique space here in the heart of Cork. We're on a 6-acre site, so the key thing is that guests can literally stroll to our gardens, enjoy the flora and fauna and the spectacular views of the city. The one thing we have here, of course, in Cork is the harbour, looking right in, which is the second deepest harbour in the world after Sydney. So that's a good fact for all your guests. Welcome to the Glasshouse. The Glasshouse is, to be honest, a spectacular location. As we film and look around the space, it is really a beautiful location for all our guests to enjoy during their stay with us. It's in effect a cocktail bar, but it is a cocktail bar with a difference. Very stylish, very creative, and a luxury space, honestly, as part of your staycation. And one thing that we worked on over the last number of months has been our own bespoke Montenotte gin. It's a botanical gin and influenced by our own Victorian gardens here at the hotel. It's a very special product and our guests are absolutely enjoying it. And it's now the signature gin here at the hotel, and also at our sister hotel in the Wilder in Dublin, you will get Montenotte gin. We're now here in the heart of the hotel, which is the Panorama Bistro. It's our main food location in the hotel. We serve lunch, breakfast and dinner here, and it's the one location that all our guests get to experience during their stay. We're very much consider ourselves a foodie hotel, so our menus have been created extensively with all the team working together, led by our executive head chef. Strong influences, international influences, with Eastern European, Asian influences on our menu, which works very well for our guests, and something different for your stay while in Cork. The tour of the Montenotte Hotel finally concludes here in the Cameo Cinema. It's a fantastic space for all our guests to enjoy, and they do enjoy it, believe me. It's a brilliant cinema, as you can see, 50-seater, and we have both movies here at 5 p.m. each day and also at either 8 or 9 p.m. each evening. So it's a great space. That concludes our tour of the Montenotte Hotel. We're so excited to welcome you and your guests in the months and years ahead, and we were very happy to extend a very warm Katy Míle Fáilte.
I hope you got to enjoy that tour, Katie. I'll just check in, and Mary, that you can still hear me okay. Was that okay? Perfect. So
Yep.
Just a quick update on some items regarding which I mentioned outside of the tour. I suppose we have been a huge success story even through the last 2 years, and the investment by our owners has been substantial. And you've seen the Glasshouse, which I mentioned in the presentation, that opened in August 2021. And something I just mentioned to Katie and Mary just before we came online was the fact that the lovely bar stools you've probably seen in the bar there, we only got to use them since last Saturday week when restrictions were lifted in Ireland. So that was a huge treat for us to be able to get our guests to enjoy a lovely seat at the bar, because that's a traditional thing in Ireland, to be able to sit at the bar, enjoy your drink, whether it's a Montenotte gin or a pint of Murphy's in Cork, which is a stout that is made and brewed in the city, which is fantastic. So it's the Cork equivalent of Guinness for all of you stout lovers out there. So you can see just a few different images there, and we have huge plans as well for the future. So starting next year, we plan to open 24 Woodland Suites, which will include 5 tree houses. They'll be very, very different, self-catering, overlooking the city, and 1 bedroom. So they'll be ideal if you want something very, very different in the heart of the city. We are an urban retreat, but you do feel within 10-15 minutes of the city, you're in the countryside. So that's the benefit of Cork for all our guests. just a few images there on that and this last slide where you can see, I suppose, that welcome, that doorman welcome, which I mentioned at the start of the tour, the front of the hotel. The gorgeous views there, and the second image there from a panorama terrace overlooking the city. This particular image we just took in the month of just last month. This was actually around the 9th of January, though the sunset in Cork was just spectacular the same evening. This was not this was not recreated. It was actually what happened on the evening, which was beautiful. The lobby down below where I stood at the start of the presentation, and then the Cameo Cinema, which is lovely for all our guests to enjoy, and it is on a complimentary basis. So at this point, if it's okay with Mary and Katy, I'm going to proceed on to the Wilder Townhouse. The Wilder is a boutique townhouse located in the heart of Dublin. It's our sister property. We just have our owners just have these two hotels. This is not quite a full service hotel. It's a townhouse with a lovely gin bar, beautiful breakfast room, and some very unique rooms. They have a 43-bedroom boutique bedroom offering at this hotel. So I'm just going to play a video now for all of you, and hope you can hope it all works and you can enjoy it. I'll come back online in a moment. Sorry guys, I hope this
Girls flash smiles that drive me wild. I stop and drop them. Excusez-moi. J'ai parlé un peu français. You say how sweet, it's a pleasure to me. I say we shall voir your name. Adele Brachy, Amolie Harmonie. To me they're all très magnifique. No offense to the rest, not saying who's best, but baby, you know what I mean. The French girls go. All for me. All for me. All for me. Un, deux, trois, and we're off to the bar. 4, 5, 6.
So thank you one and all. All my details are here. I really appreciate this opportunity. Sincere thanks to Mary and Katy for the opportunity to both Cork, the Montenotte Hotel in the heart of the city, which is just a superb offering, and I think your guests would really enjoy it. Beautiful views of the city and very close to all the environments, and especially Spike Island, which is pretty much, which is coming up soon, you know, 25 minutes from the hotel, which is excellent. All my details are here. Obviously, I'm contactable via Katy. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to any questions later, and I'll stop sharing there now. So thank you so much, Mary.
Super. Thank you, Ray. Both hotels are absolutely beautiful. I'm sure we have a lot of people that are excited to send their clients there. So now we are going to pop over to Spike Island to John. So John, I'll let you take it away.
Thank you so much, Mary, and thank you so much, Katy, as well, for the opportunity. A huge welcome and thank you to everybody who's attending today. I'm here to tell you about Spike Island, Cork, and you might be asking the question, what is Spike Island? Where is Spike Island? We're very much the new kid on the block in Irish tourism. We only opened up around 5 years ago after an incredible 200 years of being off limits to the general public. Now, why was the off limits to the general public? Well, that's what makes our history so interesting. Spike Island has actually been used as an island prison on 4 separate occasions over 400 years. We have an enormous fortress that was built by the British here in the late 1700s. And we've also been used as a place for social housing, a much softer side to our past as well, a much more general past that a lot of people can connect with in relation to that military and that social side as well. So what I've got a lovely video that's going to give you a little bit of an outline about the island's past and about its history. And then I'm going to come back on, I'm going to join a few of those dots for you and tell you what a visit to the island goes like and just what you can expect. So I'm just going to bring up my video here and just confirm you can see that there.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, my name is John Crotty and I am the General Manager here, and it's my pleasure to tell you about Spike Island, Cork. This beautiful and historic island is 104 acres in size and it has a vast history to match. The island is located right at the beginning of Ireland's ancient east, just 25 minutes from Cork City and airport by train or car. This green outcrop breaks from the Celtic Sea to sit centrally in Cork Harbour. The island has a rich and varied history that began with a monastery in the 7th century, when mystical monks made this remote outpost their island home. In the late 1700s, the eyes of the world turned here when the British built an enormous 24-acre fortress. That fortress was converted into a prison during the Irish famine years of the 1840s, and it became the largest prison in the world, holding over 2,300 inmates. The island was used as a prison again to hold Irish rebels fighting for Irish freedom in 1921. Unsurprisingly, with all this prison history, the island is often referred to as the Irish Alcatraz. As well as being home to an island monastery, fortress and prison, the island has been home to an island community for many centuries. The families of the soldiers and prison officers lived a wonderful remote Irish experience, separated from the mainland and from the activity of the prison and fort. The island was open to visitors in 2016 and has enjoyed great success since then, winning international awards and making the top 5 rated Irish visitor attractions on travel site TripAdvisor. The island was named Europe's leading tourist attraction of 2017 at the World Travel Awards. Visitors start their journey with a short and scenic 10-minute ferry journey from the colourful town of Cobh. Once on the island, our professional storytellers meet every group and take them on a 1,300-year journey through Irish history. Once the tour is complete, the group can use their free island map and app to explore our prison cells, long tunnels, and over a dozen museums and exhibitions. Our authentic buildings allow visitors to truly see and feel what it was like for the island inhabitants, be they prisoners, soldiers, or island residents. For those who love nature and the outdoors, we have 2 island walking trails which let visitors walk in the footsteps of the mystical monks and marching soldiers. Inside our authentic building, visitors can touch the original Victoria-era bridge cell block. We have a large cafe on site and a retail gift shop selling Irish crafts and local treats, as well as unique Spike Island products. When seeing our historic island, we recommend visitors allow time to see our beautiful departure town of Cobh. This cultural and colourful hamlet is Ireland's largest immigration point, with the Heritage Centre telling the story. It was also the last port of call for the Titanic. Nearby are a variety of attractions like the Jameson Distillery in Middleton, and just 10 minutes away is Photo Wildlife Park. We highly recommend visitors allow a half day for a visit to our island, around 3.5 hours to enjoy the ferry and guided tour, to self-explore the museums and the island walks, and to relax in our cafe. Thank you for listening, and we would love to welcome you to Spike Island, Cork, and this special and historic part of Ireland's ancient east.
Right, there we are, folks. That's just a little bit of an insight into Spike Island, Cork, and I hope that gives you a bit of an idea what it is that we do here. So just for me to follow on really from that and give you a little impression of what a visit entails. You are just coming 25 minutes from Cork City to get to us, so just out the road from the beautiful Montenotte that Ray has told you all about. We're about 3.5 hours from Dublin, so it's actually achievable on a day trip as well, but we certainly recommend the night in beautiful Cork if you're coming all this way. When you get to Cobh, we're just a 12-minute ferry journey across underwater, and you're actually travelling across the world's 2nd largest natural harbour. So a really, really beautiful trip just to get to us, full of sea life and wildlife and all the beauty that you would expect of Ireland. You will be met by one of our professional storytellers, and we insist that every visitor gets a guided tour, but of course self-guiding is an option, and all your visitors will get a free map and a free downloadable app as well that does contain an audio guide. So it's the best of everything, but we highly recommend the storytellers for you to get a proper insight into our rich history. And I give you a little insight into that history in the video, but I could talk all day about that incredible past, because we have a 1300-year history that includes the military, and we actually have the largest star-shaped fortress in the world. Would you believe our fortress is so important that Winston Churchill fought tooth and nail to keep it for the British? He refused to give it back, and he actually called Spike Island the Sentinel Towers of the defences of Western Europe. We actually won that fight for once, and we did manage to get it back in 1938. As well as that, we have the fabulous prison history. And I mentioned we were the largest prison in the world in the 1850s. You know, an incredible statistic. And there's actually never been a larger prison in Britain or Ireland before or since. You can see the original 1800 cells, and you can see the modern 1985 cells. So it really is a journey through penal incarceration and how that's transformed over the last 200 years. But finally, you've got a much softer side to the island, and that is the social life. That is the story of the people who actually lived on the island. And we're very lucky because we have people who still come back to the island who lived there in the last 30, 40 and 50 years. We actually have a couple of residents who lived there in the 1930s and 40s, and they love to share wonderful, really simple stories about how they were only allowed to wear shoes on the island, would you believe, for 7 months of the year, and they weren't allowed to wear them from May until September. And why was that? Because shoes were expensive, and kids do what kids do living on an island. They go swimming, and what happens when you swim in salt water? The shoes are going to fall off. They're going to get lost at the bottom of the ocean, and the parents got sick of this. So they were told on the 1st of May, take off those shoes, put them into the bedroom, you're not seeing it again until September. So we love to share that simple and gentle past. And for any of your visitors that love the nature and wildlife that Ireland is so famous for, you've got 104 beautiful acres to explore at your leisure and at your own will. So that really is everything about us, and we really would love to welcome your visitors to our very special sites where we'll share all our American connections, and we look forward to working with Katy and Mary to welcome them all. Thank you so much.
Super. Thank you so much, John. That was great. I feel like you probably could talk all day. There's so much history there.
Beautiful spot. It really is.
So we do have, if anybody has some questions, please feel free to pop them in the chat. We are going to, I'm just going to read off some of these here. We have Catherine saying that is the best news so far. That Ireland's opening, it has been difficult to navigate. So yes, it is very exciting, Catherine. We are super excited for the season. Karen says the hotel looks lovely, right? Thank you. Beautiful hotel. And Sheila is asking, I believe this is about the gin that was in the video. Is it sold in Canada? What gin is that, right?
That's the Montenotte gin that we curated and made last year ourselves. We actually made it in the third lockdown. And we work with the Blackwater Distillery, which are on the border of Cork and Waterford. And so we actually sell it, we retail it at the hotel only. But it is for sale at the hotel, and it was a very, very popular Christmas dish, thankfully.
So in other words, you have to get to the Montenotte to get the gin.
Correct. Yeah.
Great. So I know some of these, excuse me, some of these you answered in the chat, but you might just we're just going to share the story as well. So and how many are accessible.
Yeah, so walking distance, Mary, to the city centre, it's about a 10-minute walk downhill, actually. It's all downhill. But what we, and that will bring you straight to the English market. And I know the English market is mentioned. It's an incredible offering in the heart of the city. 10 minutes will bring you to the city centre. And what we recommend, because it is a walk back up, because we're located in the part of the city actually, and where the merchant princes all those years ago were looking over the harbour at their ships coming in. So we're up on the top of the hill with the great views. So what we recommend is that guests take a taxi back up to us. It just costs about €7. I've done it myself recently, and €7 will get you back up to the hotel without any stress or any sweat. But yeah, and the other question there was about disabled rooms. So we do have 3 individual fully disabled rooms on site.
Super. And then I believe this is in relation to Lisa is asking about an elevator at the Wilder. To walk
Yes,
up.
there is an elevator at the Wilder. Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's great. So we just have, looks great. Spike Island looks amazing. History, the Titanic Departure Center, that's great. And then we have a question, John. What is the typical cost of a guided tour with storyteller?
Certainly, we have a very reasonable rate of €23 per person. Now that's the retail rate, and we absolutely offer discounts for groups. That does get you the ferry over, a guided tour, as long as you like to explore the island with using your free map and your free app, and the ferry back at the end of the day. We do also offer some fantastic extras like behind the scenes tours, which are a smaller group size. You get taken to some of the off limits areas like some of the tunnels and the private cells. And there's also a little tasting of our own Spike Island rum at the end of that as well. So plenty of options on the different ways to visit.
Super, thank you. And then another question, Ray, how close to the center of Dublin is the Wilder?
Well, I know that Katy spent a night in the Wilder during the summer on her summer tour of Ireland. So the Wilder is literally a 3-minute walk from St. Stephen's Green, which is in the heart of Dublin city. So it's the perfect location. It's Dublin too, so it's very, very central. I suppose the main shopping thoroughfare would be Grafton Street. So you're talking about a 5-6 minute walk to Grafton Street. So very, very central.
Super.
I'll just jump in there, Ray, real quick. I know I've seen the Montenotte, but on my first trip home post-COVID, I did have the pleasure of staying in the Wilder, and just so delighted to have clients booked in, a lot of different clients booked in. It was such a wonderful, beautiful experience. And there's something just so lovely about staying in Dublin city and just seeing that beautiful tree-lined street outside. There's lovely history to the building. It was just one of the nicest hotels I've stayed in a long time, and I've stayed in a lot of Dublin hotels, but we've booked it for clients for 2022 and to go back for the breakfast alone, it was amazing. So absolutely both hotels, but and it's a short walk into St. Stephen's Green and a beautiful walk through the green right to the top of Grafton Street. So amazing.
Super. Okay, well, I don't think we have any more questions. So I'd like to take this opportunity. Thank you all for joining us. Oh, 1 second. We have John, are there brochures available that I provide my clients when planning their tours? So what is the best?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got some really helpful sales material there. I mean, a mixture of digital brochures, videos, the whole lot. We've built up a nice little catalog. So I can certainly send that on and it can be forwarded.
Perfect. So everybody will receive a recording of the webinar, and we'll certainly send out some of that material as well, some of that digital material. So thank you all again for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this virtual visit to Ireland today. Please keep an eye out for our upcoming webinars, and we hope to see you all again soon. John, Ray, thank you so much. Katy, as always, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. See you soon. See you in 6 weeks.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, guys.